Back in week 2, the Dolphins lost a thriller in their previous game against the Jets. Can New York finish the sweep? The answer comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here, and now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewert here with you as we get set for a division rematch, Brock. One side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt. These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bold.
Katie York sent to get this one started. And away we go from East Rutherford. Kadarius Toney now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. And we'll get a look at the guy calling the shots, their fifth-year quarterback.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
He completes it in traffic. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Up from the secondary, and is Rake Straw on the tackle. Throwing now, off play action. He's throwing deep to the left side. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up third down. Pass play now. On target to Waddle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opponent. 3 now. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials.
Encroachment defense.
So keep that second and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I could sound like when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here's 2nd and 2. Finds his man, Waddle. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. They motion a receiver left. Throwing it again here. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So 2nd down coming up. Still sticking with the passing game. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Edgerrin Cooper takes it away. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And bringing them out, someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part.
Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off. Entering accessibility screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Menu narration option is set to off.
But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure. Well, Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And this one doesn't go far. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Setting up a throw. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
It's exactly how you draw it up defensively. A 3 and out and a sack on top of it. Create that negative play. Create a little doubt in that quarterback's mind. And offensively, well, that's the worst way to start it. No rhythm, no tempo, and now you give the ball right back to the opponent.
4th down punt coming up. Ethan Evans out to do the honors. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing on 2nd and 11. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Throwing from near his own goal line. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Ethan Evans back out there. They're going to punt it away again. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it'll be their football. To throw it on 1st down. The Jets get there and bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Running back sent in motion. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More for MetLife coming right up. Logan Cook on to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. Okay, the wide receiver is going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Take it up to the 30 before being brought down. This is 3rd and inches. Pass play coming here. That's caught for the first. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 30 for 7 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Set ball at the 37. They go play action on first. As a man, it's Tyler Conklin. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
They'll throw it again. Cut out left. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He lets one fly deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th?
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Katie York now on for the field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
He stopped on the return at the 27. Miami set to take over once again on offense. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. To the air now on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Dropping back to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins take a 4-point lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. Soon as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Hits him on the out route. And he reaches the 35 before going out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Looking to the air here. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. New set of downs for him from the 46. Back to pass on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. On target to Waddle. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now looking to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. They'll try and throw it here. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Hauled in by Waddle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First time this game they've looked to him. And now they face 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Jets offense now set to take over. They have time to look to the end zone first here before they send the field goal unit out. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds him over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. First down from the red zone. Back to throw. Hits his running back. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Groupie sends it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some goods. One final shot before halftime. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right side. Brought in inside the 20. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the red zone.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin out in Houston, and they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Acrisure Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. George Pickens, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Michael Pratt, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Well, their attempt to attack that deficit, it's begun in earnest, like with a capital E. What an immediate sense of urgency they created by that stellar return. This drive has begun must score for this offense. I think we all felt that way. And they sure set the tone coming out of halftime with that kick return.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now a give running right. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. From the 36. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That one gains 7. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason. Because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down at the 30.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long. Groupie sends it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Okay, we know that every one of these NFL games, well, they can take a life of their own every single weekend. Some are high-flying with lots of points. Others, like this one, they're a grinder. And when you're in a low-scoring game, every one of these kicks is important.
Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dolphins are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. It is caught left side. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 43. Finds him on the slant. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Catch is made in close.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
This throw is cut. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Aubrey puts it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They go play action on 1st. He puts everything behind this one. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Give now to the running back. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Another carry for him. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short third down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here now.
Round 6 there. Javon Holland there to make the stop. After a good pickup, they've got second and... So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our third quarter. The Jets have it, but some work to do in the final frame. They're trailing. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. They send a man in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Encroachment defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Back to throw now. Dump off caught by his back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down...
He's dropping back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Jets take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Huge moment here for the Jets as they go for 2. He's throwing for it! And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. Would have felt more comfortable, obviously, with a 7-point lead, but they have to settle for 5.
Well, maybe some second-guessing of that play after the miss. I think it was just an instant of the defense guessing the call correctly and right on the spot.
Now is York to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Dolphins ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after...
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's caught for the 1st. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. It's into the hands of Mooney. And he's brought down after a short gain. Offense to the line for second down. Throwing it again here. That's brought in by Mooney. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. He's back to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's running for it. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the Campbell there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. It's a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Some movement there before the snap. Right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They'll throw it. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. He'll throw it. Complete over the middle. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They kick the running back in motion. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Dolphins facing a 5-point deficit. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to throw it. Finds the in route complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Encroachment defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still 1st down.
Now talk about a golden opportunity at an immediate 1st down following that encroachment flag. They send a tight end in motion. They'll run here following the penalty. Takes it in. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know.
And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this 4th quarter.
Quarterback's best friend, big targets in the red zone. Not many guys can match up and defend someone like him, and no surprise, they went right to him for the conversion.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Jets out to begin another drive. They find themselves down here in the fourth after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The Jets take their first time out. Back to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here he is to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Jets moving quickly, trying to get the offense set. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
On comes York, a lot riding on this kick. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. A familiar sight in this contest, Bronk. He's out there again for another field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Looking good, and it's through. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. 1 final second on that clock. There's it. He lofts it deep left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Man, this has been such a great game. Nobody is ready for it to end just yet. After 4 quarters, we're headed to overtime. So in overtime, Brock, we could see 1 possession or we could see 3+. If the team who gets it first scores, the game ends then and there. A field goal or less, and we play on, and their opponents get a chance to respond. And if we're still tied after those first 2 possessions, this soccer chick likes this. It's golden goal football, Brock. The next score would win. Now, hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now here comes 30. Now here comes the New York offense. They couldn't quite get the job done in regulation, but the home crowd rising now to fire them up and help them finish the job right away in OT. First throw of overtime now. Trouble, but there's too much pressure, and he's brought down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again, following the sack. Throwing the out route complete. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. Let's see what they went with on third down. Back now, pressure on its way. That one's cut along the left sideline. At the 20. He does it! Touchdown, New York! The Jets go up by 6. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
So the win goes to the Jets. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody will earn win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.